Hi there, welcome to this unboxing video. Through the Ages, Vlada Chavatal, the designer. Isn't it time he made another big box game? Through the Ages is a fantastic game. This is the, I believe, second edition. I know they did some printings, first, second, third, and I think a fourth printing of the first edition. I still have one of them because they're really nice. But this dealt with a few problems with the military cards and stuff, I believe. And it's a cracking game. I played this probably 3 or 4 times, 4 times maybe. Last time I played it, I really enjoyed it. And it's a long game. It is, it is a long game, but it's such a fabulous game. And the fabled expansion for it, which is, it's been a number of years there's been people talking about this, and it's actually now a physical product. There was many problems with it. I think first of all there was some balancing issues, I think, if I remember rightly, because we're going through a good few years here now of threads on Board Game Geek and stuff. But also, there was a major problem with, I think it was the military cards, or certainly the card backs, the printers. The original printer that they had for this game has gone bust, gone out of business, so they couldn't get the same card stock. And I think there's been a big increase in the cost of this sort of card stock, across the board. And it's created problems, and they could not get the same, so they kept trying, but you could distinguish even using the same colour, because it's how the card stock you use bleeds the colours in, and even if you use the identical colour, it'll look completely different, and it did. So what they decided to do is reprint all the cards and put them in this box to sort the problem out, certainly the military cards anyway. I think this might be part of the digital expansion, as digital as an expansion online already. I think so, if I've read rightly about that, because I do have the base game on digital form on the iPad. But of course this is the physical form of the game, and this is going to give you new leaders, new wonders, and new military cards. It says components here. You've got 24 new leader cards, 16 new wonder cards, and I mean each one's a big thing, so that is, it's a lot of variability right there. 19 new military cards, 6 additional action cards, 20 rebalance cards, so there's 20 you're going to have to swap out with the base game. A leaderboard, 21 leader proxy cards, 1 wonder board, 15 wonder proxy cards, 16 plastic cubes in 4 colours, and 1 starting player marker and a rule book for it. So the other thing I'll say, when this came out, I remember I got this really cheap from Games. I think it was pretty sure it was Games Law in the UK. It was about 35 quid. It was cheap for a big box game, very cheap, and I got it on the first run of it. I think they might have got them from Essence or got it a bit cheaper. In fact, that is what happened, I know, because when it came, it only came with one of the rule books. It didn't come with, it comes with 2 rule books, this, and it only came with one of them, although the others were, they supported it, Czech Games Edition, with, the PDF was online, but then they sent the further book through the post, free of charge. It came, and it didn't take long. It was a matter of several weeks, and it came. So this was from Essence. That's why it was cheaper. I think it was only about 35, and this one was about 25. So you think 25 quid, and that was 35. But I think now that's about 45 pounds or something plus P&P, which it's a huge big box game is excellent value anyway. So here we go. Enough rambling. Through the Ages, new leaders and wonders. Let's have a look and see what it does. Now Donna has never played this game. I've always played it with other people. Yeah, she's shaking her head. She said, well, I'm not quite sure. We actually got Charlie playing it once, didn't we? But I think he was at an age where it was just a bit too much for him then. He'd easily do it now. But yeah, so if you look, there's not a lot in that box, is there, for the price, but it's all in the design, isn't it? So we got a new board here. That's going to be really nice on the table. I do like it when you've got a board to actually place the things. Is that the start player marker or something they're on about? Extra cubes, and here's the main thing, is the cards. We've got 3 decks of cards. I love the box art, by the way, on the front. I mean, of course, that's Cleopatra. I'm not exactly sure who the others are on the front of there. Not quite sure. Got Statue of Liberty in the background there, and some Japan scene and stuff. We have another board here. So one is for the leaders. What was it? The 2 boards. A wonder board and a leader board. Yeah. A nice little manual. Now I'm hoping, and I'm pretty certain, because this box had lots of segments to store cards, so I'm pretty certain that this will all integrate into the base game. In fact, it definitely will. Into the base game box. So here we go. New leaders and wonders. Really pleased that eventually, you know, this has actually come to fruition. Yeah, the starting player now has got that. Rebalancing the base game. How to rebalance your decks, keeping the old cards. New military cards, new leaders and wonders. New rules. We've got appendix here with the cards, that's really nice. Looks really, it's a nice size as well, isn't it? Age 1 cards, Age 2 cards, the Age 3 cards. Okay. So of course it's by Vlada Chvátil. Illustration, Milan Vavron. Art direction, David Jablowski. I guess these are Czechoslovakian, most of them. Lead tester was Vit Vodika. And the graphic design, Philip Mermack, he definitely works for CGE. The layout, translation, additional art, and interface design. Okay, no Paul Grogan on the rules there. I thought he might have been on the rules. And the military cards there. And Czech Games, you're going to get a fabulous product with it, aren't you? So let's have a look at some of these cards. Let's see. It's a nice... To me, this is not like a game that gives a lot of angst. It's just a nice, really thinky, lovely game that's going to really bring you in and absorb you into the game. It's just lovely. There we go. So, lots of artwork on these cards. I guess they're going to mix it up quite a bit. Must have been a big job balancing it out, making sure nothing's too overpowered or underpowered. And I think some of the wonders now will give you ongoing abilities even before they're fully made, because they take a bit of time to make the wonders, don't they? So lots and lots of cards there. That's a chunk of cards, isn't it? There we go. Next deck, let's have a look. It's not like looking at a whole game with game boards and things like that, is it? It's basically all about the cards, this. I do like the artwork, like the box artwork there. Very, very nice. So we've got some leaders. Sorry, religions, these aren't they? Are they? Or the leaders. It's a while since I've played. These are the leaders, aren't they? Because you got, yeah, you've got hypocrites, Boudica, Confucius, Sun Tzu, Cleopatra, and Ashoka. Ashoka, that'd be a right shocker. If you have civil cards of 2 different colours in your hand, you produce an extra 1. It's that iron. If 3 or more colours, you produce an extra 1 food and iron. There we are. I've got some wonders here. We've got the Colosseum, Roman roads, Stonehenge, nice. Acropolis, some more leaders, Julius Caesar, Hammurabi. We've got Colossus here, the Hanging Gardens, Babylon, Jan Zizka, Nostradamus, Isabella of Castile, Johannes Gutenberg, Eleanor of Aquitaine, Saladin, Machu Picchu, Himeji Castle, Forbidden City, lots, isn't it? Silk Road. We've got these cards here, not idea what those do, they're new type of cards, all these are. Not seeing nothing like that in the base game. So, Michelangelo there, St. Peter's Basilica, James Watt, Alfred Nobel, Catherine the Great, Maria Theresa, Antoni Gaudi, Charles Darwin. They've got Harvard College there, Statue of Liberty, that's actually in the game, the Louvre Museum, Suez Canal, get through these. These are all, will have to be interesting to see how all these work. Shakespeare there. Bach. Napoleon. We've got Transcontinental Railroad. An ocean liner. Religions here, Republic. Oh my God, Steve Jobs. Okay. Marie Curie. Nelson Mandela. Great man. Pierre de Coubertin. Marlene Dietrich. Ian Fleming. Manhattan Project. United Nations. Empire State Building. And the Red Cross. Very nice. So I've really thought this through, haven't they, with all the different leaders and stuff and wonders. And Gandhi there. Professional sports. For those. Military theory. Communism as a religion. And or as a government, I should say. And fundamentalism. There we go. Oh, we've got one more deck yet. There's a lot, isn't it? A lot of cards. Let's have a look in here. So, you know, there is a lot here. Okay, 3 of 3 here. Military cards there. Shock troops. I think it's all pretty much mostly unique art, isn't it, on each card. There's the odd art used again, where the cards, they've got similar cards, but impact of happiness. There we go. So that's what you're going to get in your box for your Leaders and Wonders. Pretty nice. We also have the CG catalogues, Spring 2020. Got quite a few games now, CG. That Pulsar, I've heard really good things about that. I've not played it. Adrenaline, I've seen that played at a table next to us at a convention. Of course, Codenames, fantastic. We have the XXL version as well. Letter Jam, I wouldn't mind having a go with that because I know somebody who's got it. Alchemists, goes through the ages. Galaxy Trucker, we love that game. Last Will, played that at the club, thought it was okay. Dungeon Lords, fantastic game. Dungeon Pets, fantastic game. Slightly prefer Dungeon Lords over Pets, but only just. Zolkin, brilliant game. Tashkalar, underrated, fantastic game that is. I think we have most, if not all. I think we might have that latest expansion, you know. Everweave, I'm not sure. Space Alert, not played. Bunny Bunny Moose Moose, I think that's one of Vladimir Chevetel's earliest. Galaxy Trucker, Rocky Road, I have that novel. And we have Galaxy Trucker Digital. And we have Through the Ages Digital. There we go. So you've got quite a lot in their portfolio now, don't they, CG? There you go. So that's it. That's Through the Ages, New Leaders and Wonders. Thanks for watching.